Supreme Chancellor Obi-Wan Kenobi by Stone Freak. Chapter 5. Initiates go information hunting. Obi-Wan's crushmates talk. Larian, what are you doing? We don't have any extra coursework, do we? Initiate M. Dodden says to her friend. Said Mon Calamari Initiate turns from the terminal to look at her. Oh, M, he says and flaps a webbed hand at her. Come here. I'm looking at Master Kenobi's records. The Senate will be voting about whether or not to have him replace Chancellor Palpatine tomorrow, so I wanted to know more about him. Oh, good idea. Scoot over, she says and squeezes herself into the seat with him. They're silent for a while Amlarian continues to bring up relevant information. Soon, they gape at the screen. He never took the trials, M hisses, scandalized. But if he never took the trials to become a knight, how did he become a knight? Is he even allowed to be on the council? Who else would be on the council in his stead then? It's Master Kenobi, the Sith Killer. Of course he's on the council. Jocasta Nu makes her way over to the excited initiates being far too loud in the library. Respect should be shown to the other patrons, even if Master Kenobi is a rather interesting subject. I'm so glad that we're all back on Coruscant for this, Garen Muln says with his wide grin. Bant Aaron smacks him on the upper arm with a disapproving look. This isn't funny. Poor Obi-Wan! Doesn't he have enough on his plate already? She crosses her arms over her chest and stares her friends down as if daring them to say something. How does he do it? Reeft asks, sounding lost, looking at the others. Not only does he become the first to encounter and then kill a Sith in a millennium, he then gets made a master really young, and only a short time after that, he joins the Griffin High Council, and now the Senate is voting about making him the Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic. I mean, how does that even happen? He's met with shrugs all around. I don't envy him, I can tell you that much, Bant says with a sigh. He's a high general in the army too. We all feel spread thin being generals and such. I can't even imagine how tired Obi-Wan must be. I can't decide if I envy him or not. I mean, being a master already would be neat, and everyone respects council members a lot. But at the same time, Reeft looks at the floor and rubs his chin. It has to be a lot of responsibility and a pretty heavy burden, don't you think? Bant says. At least he has us to occasionally drag him out for a round of ill-advised adventures, right? Garen says with a grin. They laugh. Reeft shakes his head and wipes some tears of laughter from his eyes. Well, true enough. Perhaps we should see if we can manage to drag him out of that apartment of his. I heard a rumor he's locked himself inside and refuses to come out. He looks meaningfully at his friends. Good idea. He hasn't answered a single message I've sent him since the news broke. So perhaps the only way to get a hold of him is to go there and bother him from outside his door. Bant laughs again. They get to their feet and straighten their robes. Time to go see if they can save their crushmates from himself.